There. All right. I just had to adjust some hotel stuff.
For what?
NACA.
You're doing NACA?
Yep.
Oh, man. Can I borrow 5 minutes of your material so I can submit a video to the cruise ship guys?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm like not kidding.
Yeah, you want 5 minutes of my stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably have to punch it up.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. You got to make it Asian somehow.
Yeah, but most of my stuff is like, it's mostly selling. The words really don't matter.
Oh, yeah. You're not much of a writer.
You can't sell.
Yeah. I am one of those comedians who writes a joke. Anyways, hey, everybody. Welcome to Democracy Mao.
Oh, we're starting now?
Do you want to back it up?
No, let's start it. Keep it there.
I'm your host, Wilfred Padua. I'm here with the white savior, Jeff Sheen.
Hello.
And we have Night Soil.
What's up?
Garri.
How come we don't clap?
Because you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
Tim claps.
Yeah, but Tim's stupid.
I clap on the dance floor.
Okay. Yeah, you clap them cheeks.
Yeah, my ass cheeks. Clap it up.
You don't have to because it on Premiere it automatically sync everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Neither did Garri.
Yeah. I bet Tim doesn't need to do it either.
He probably doesn't.
Garri, what's going on, buddy?
Not much.
You're getting trashed in the afternoon,
Getting a little trashed in the afternoon, a little Jack and coffee.
and then you're gonna go to a party that you weren't invited to later.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I got the invite secondhand.
I actually got mine secondhand, too.
Yours wasn't firsthand?
No.
Who invited you? Steve?
I was texting Steve, and he said, you're going to Peter's thing? And I said, what? He goes, it's at blah, blah, blah. And I went, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's at, what's it? Turkey's Nest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, how come I wasn't invited, Peter? He invited you firsthand?
Yeah.
How so? Face to face?
So first was on, he had me on his, like, close friends
I'm going to Instagram message him right now.
on his Instagram stories. And then second, he just texted. I texted him earlier. I was like, hey, the special's great.
Oh,
By the
yeah.
way, everyone, if you're listening, today Peter Wong's special dropped. So this would have been a couple weeks ago. Check it out. Peter Wong, our only guest, the guy that you probably would prefer to be Garri. So yeah, it's very funny.
I messaged. He had a chance to tell me about it, but he did not.
Oh, really?
I shared his thing, his special.
Oh, yeah, and then yeah.
And then he writes, ha, 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 ha.
Mm.
That's it. So then I just wrote back. Also, thanks for the party invite that you clearly had a chance to tell me about.
Yep.
And decided not to.
But yeah,
He's a dead man.
We're gonna go party at Peter's later.
I'm gonna. If you see him first before I get there, you let him know I'm coming, and he's a dead man.
I'm gonna have him put phone books around his body just in case you stab him.
Yeah, good. It's a good idea.
So this week I spent a night at Jeff's apartment.
Oh.
Yeah, because he needed someone to watch the dogs.
Oh. Okay.
So I spent a night there, and the entire time I kept thinking, Jeff does not deserve an apartment this nice.
What do you mean?
It's a very nice apartment. It's a very
nice.
comfortable life, and I was so angry that you were living it up.
I mean, honestly, this is what life is, Wilfred. Let me explain to you what life is and how it works. There is no rewards or good and evil. All of it is just hard work and manifestation.
Oh, hard work. Jeff Sheen, hard work proponent.
Yes, so if you could manifest a better life,
Oh, that's what it is. I'm not manifesting.
You're not manifesting.
I am working hard.
You are, but you're not manifesting.
Yeah.
I have seen some terribly evil
I would say
people do what they
you're
want.
95% manifest.
Yeah, I'm mostly manifesting.
5% hard work. Oh, not even hard work. 5% effort.
Yeah. Manifesting is more important. Garri, do you manifest?
I don't know how to manifest.
See, and you can tell by the way he lives his life.
I know. Yeah. He doesn't even know how to manifest being a manager at Starbucks.
Oh. Well, I was offered that. They gave me the opportunity.
Did they?
Yeah.
Why'd you say no?
It's a time suck, dude.
Tell me about the money and the bennies, though.
Oh, well,
He's already got the bennies.
you already got the bennies.
It's the same amount of benefits.
And
yeah.
the money is substantially more than just being a shift supervisor. But, like, it's
Are
also...
you a shift supervisor?
I was. When they offered it to me, I was a shift supervisor.
So now you're just a barista.
Now I'm just a barista.
Oh, the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Is your direct the person that you have to report to like 22?
No, actually, the shift supervisor that I work the most with, she's in her early 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in her early 30s, and she's great. She's actually wonderful. She's probably like one of the most favorite people I've ever had to work with.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And
Shout her out.
Yeah. What up, Eb? You know what's up.
What's up, Eb?
Yeah, she's fantastic. She's the first Puerto Rican woman that I've ever had to work with, and I'm thoroughly had to. That sounded weird.
He
I
paused at had.
I was like, I saw that coming. I was like, this is not the right wording for this.
Uh-huh.
Gary, no.
And shout out to the Latino population. It's wonderful. Yeah, she's great. She's
All right.
a lot of
Oh,
fun.
that's lovely, Gary.
Puerto Rican Eb.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. We're glad that Gary has to work with you.
Mhm.
So we've been going through some Reddits. We got a lot of topics that we probably won't go through all of them, but that's okay. Let's actually start with one of. Calm down.
We got excited.
brothers.
We wanted to lean
Calm
in.
down.
It said Asian identity.
But I actually wanted to start with some news stuff.
Ugh, fine.
Yeah, because we got the Philippines has accused the China Coast Guard
Whoa.
of attacking a Filipino supply vessel with water cannons.
Those sons of bitches have been doing that for a long time.
It's so funny. They're just
I'm
like,
getting sick of it.
they're having a squirt gun fight.
Yeah. Chinese are out there just super soaking
They're
everybody.
super soaking for an ocean,
Yeah.
for a whole sea.
Picking on my poor Philippines.
I
I love them.
don't like the way you
But it
phrase
was
that.
a little condescending.
My poor little
No, my
Filipinos.
poor sweet little Philippines.
Oh, those poor Filipinos. Thank God I'm around to do a podcast for them.
Yeah, don't worry. Biden will send some help your way.
I watched some video. I sent you some of those videos with Bong Bong.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
Did you watch that interview where he was interviewed for 17 minutes by an Australian lady?
Where he doesn't know how to answer that question about his family's wealth.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
What?
watch that?
No, I did not.
I'm texting you this shit.
When did you text me that?
I texted it to the group.
Well, I zoned
Yeah.
out.
It was it was like a 17-minute interview.
Oh, it's a long interview you want me to watch.
It's very interesting.
Oh, but it's so long.
For the first half, it's like him talking about his alliance with America
Yeah.
and him having to deal with Xi Jinping, which is something that you said that you cared about last week.
I do care about it. You know what? Maybe I'll give it a watch.
And then the second half, the interviewer didn't prep him at all, but she knew that she was going to ask this, which was about like how he feels about being his father's what am
Legacy.
I
Inheriting his father's legacy.
inheriting his father's legacy and his father all of the accusations, and actually not even just accusations, the fact that it's been known that they stole all this money. And how he feels about it. And then he was like, oh, that's all just, those are just stories. There's no real truth behind them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was saying it's all propaganda.
Is that true?
No, it's not.
No,
the
it's-
stories are true.
It's absolutely...
I don't know. I'm a big Bong Bong stan.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell us more.
I believe anything he tells me.
Tell us more. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's just a great guy.
How so?
Yeah,
Dude, my cousins see this.
Just let him. He's in trouble right now, and
What?
I want him to have to fight his way out.
Did you say if your cousins see this,
Yeah.
they hate Bong Bong?
No, some of them hate
My
Bong
guy?
Bong. Some of them love Bong Bong. So,
Why? Who loves Bong Bong?
Probably the
my
ones
cousins,
in
my older
Leyte.
cousins. Some of them, yeah. The ones from Leyte, yeah.
Your older cousins do.
My older cousins.
Why? Why do they love Bong Bong?
That's just the party that they've chosen to affiliate with.
Well, and also
Same
so
here.
his
That's what I
family's-
did. That's why.
You fucking idiot! You gave him an out. What's the party?
I was about to say that.
What's the party?
I was about to say, what's that?
What's the party that?
It's the same party that Garri's cousins are in love with.
Okay, all
It's
right.
Garri's cousins party.
Yeah.
That's what we call it on the down low.
Got it.
Garri's cousins. I'm friends with my cousins.
I do understand, like, your family feeling a connection to Imelda because they're from Leyte, and so is she. She wasn't what's she called, like the
queen,
the queen of Leyte or something like that.
Wait, explain all this to me.
So Leyte's the island.
Yeah,
right.
It's the island that she's from, and where
that
my
his family's from.
Yeah.
And who's she? Wait, who's she?
Imelda Marcos.
Bong Bong's mom.
Bong Bong's mother.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And they're from this island.
Yeah.
The northern part. I believe some are.
Rich Island?
Leyte.
Where the money lives?
No.
Really?
No. There's not a lot of money in the Philippines.
I thought Bong Bong's family was rich.
Yes, because they stole all that money when Ferdinand was president. They stole billions of dollars from the Filipino government while he was president, and that's how they became billionaires.
But they live in Leyte.
They're from Leyte.
She's
that's where
from
they're
Leyte.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so they climbed out.
Yeah.
They got out of poverty.
Yeah.
They probably manifested.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say, there's got to be some hard work involved in that.
Yeah, sounds like
She did have to carry boxes of diapers, which actually had millions of dollars of diamonds in it.
And I bet that was heavy.
Yeah, it probably was.
I bet that was
That's the
backbreaking.
most work she's ever done in her life.
But every single time you like listen to an interview of her, she's like about to cry and be like, "We're in poverty." And then there's one time she was being interviewed in the back of a limo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she's like, this is pretty much welfare.
Yeah. And there's always someone there helping her or like handing her something.
Yeah.
Like it's.
It might have been. Was it a stretch limo?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Well,
I'm trying to
I think
give
it
her
was
a
like
way
one of
out.
those buses, like
This was a limo. This was
a
a
limo.
this was a separate. We didn't watch this one together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's also that. I love that scene from The Kingmaker where she like knocks over the photos and then breaks all the glass, and then she's just annoyed that whoever her help is sweeping up the glass too loud.
That's crazy, dude.
That sounds like
That
sounds like
sounds like
something that I would do if I was.
That sounds like
rich.
your type of person.
Yeah,
honestly.
I like that. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, she'd love you, Jeff.
Yeah, I probably love her. Me and her carrying our big old bags of diamond diapers. I'm not gonna poop on these diamonds. They're in my diapers.
Let's see. Let's go through. Let's just go from the top. Once again, an Asian person. Oh yes. Once again, an Asian person gets made fun of just for existing. That's what this is called. Japanese D1 college basketball player Casey Tominaga gets racially mocked on Twitter after his team lost in March Madness game. Oh, we watched March Madness yesterday. Jeff came over because he was in the doghouse, and he didn't know that his alma mater was in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, did you know that Oakland was in it? Oakland University.
Yeah, that's your alma mater. I didn't know you went to OU.
I dropped out, but
oh,
yes.
okay, yeah. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they played. They didn't play well enough the second half.
No, I came over and I was like, "Oh, OU's in this."
No, but they went to overtime. Oh, you missed it right when you left. They showed Texas A&M versus Houston. Buzzer beater.
Really?
Yeah, you missed it.
The buzzer lost. They beat the buzzer.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of that buzzer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the guy that gets mocked?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a Japanese player.
Oh no, you son of a bitch.
It's just a tweet on, and it's a picture of him crying after they had lost, and it says in quotes, "I just really love basketball." How do you feel about that, Jeff?
Me? I said you son of a bitch.
Oh,
Bold thing to do, put on Twitter. Holy smokes.
yeah.
Bold
just said
move.
How about you?
I did not see this. Dude, he seemed like a cool guy. He's like the Japanese Stephen Curry. That's what they've been calling him because like he's just
Steph Curry?
Yeah.
Okay. Stefan.
That's his full name, isn't it?
Steph. Yeah, that's not how it's pronounced, but that's okay.
Oh. And it was just like he said all these nice things. He's like, I'm gonna miss playing for coach and my team.
Yeah.
Now they gotta make fun of him.
Well, this was just an excuse to use Asian voice, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever they could do to use Asian voice.
I don't know. Like, what do you think is the way to deal with this type of shit?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I would.
Garri did not anticipate to be on tough questions again.
Yeah, hit him, Wilfred.
I would tell this guy to F off. If I followed, what is this? That dude.
Yeah, there you go. That would change the whole thing for Asians.
Yeah.
Hey, Jobin, F off.
This guy just played the game of his life. I don't know if it was the game of his life. They lost, so it may not have been the game of his life. But
yeah. Well,
is he going to the league?
No,
he's not.
Most of these people aren't.
I thought he was Steph Curry.
No, that's just because he can, hit a 3-pointer every now and then.
That's not Steph Curry then.
But that's what.
Also,
that's
the NCAA, the college 3-point line is like 3 feet in.
Yeah, but still, like he was launching threes. He was playing well. And he'll probably play in the Japanese Pro League, but not.
Okay.
Well, what do you think, Wilfred?
About how to deal with
the question you just asked to Garri.
The reason why I ask it is because I don't really know the answer.
Well, I'm flipping it around on you.
Jeff?
Yeah?
All right, we're going to have to pause this podcast.
What?
No, I just...
You made Garri do it. Let's hear you.
So the reason why I ask is because I don't know the answer.
You don't know?
No, because there's a part of me that's like...
Well, you mocked Gary's attempt. Sorry, Garri. That was unnecessary. You're right. F you, buddy.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Wilfred can't even think of anything to say.
It's because...
At least Gary's saying F you.
I have more than just F you to think about.
Yeah.
F you.
Gary's like, F you, buddy. Wilfred's like, can't think of a word.
There's, the tough thing is that... I guess for me, it's tough because, like, this isn't funny. This isn't a good joke. I just really rough basketball isn't. No,
it's not even. It's not a joke at all. It's just an excuse to use the riri.
Yes.
That Asian voice that everyone's like, it gets an easy, cheap, quick laugh because it is like, that's a funny sound that I don't normally hear.
Yeah.
But there's no joke. It's just saying I really love basketball.
Yeah.
And in any response you get out of people is the shock from seeing somebody actually confidently put that on Twitter in today's atmosphere.
But what's crazy to me is 36,000 likes.
Yeah, because that's 36,000 stupid people going, ha, 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 Asian voice.
Yeah.
They're not even, there's no joke there.
There's a part of me that's like, I don't think that being like, oh, this fucking sucks and fuck you, I don't think that really does anything. Like, I think it is more for it. What I would prefer is that maybe Asians just move on, and I've been thinking a lot about like the idea of excellence, that like black excellence or and they don't use the term for Asians in terms of for like Asian excellence, but I think Asian excellence or black excellence it occurs on an individual level, and like being above this type of shit that's going to bring you down, and like showing that like we are great, or like we can achieve more, and we're better than you guys making fun of us. I think that's the only thing that's going to change the narrative. Because if you keep on making, like, when I was working at a middle school, if a kid was getting made fun of and the kid reacted, the kid would get made fun of more.
Yeah, the key to dealing with a bully is not to react.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're saying don't even react to this.
Yeah.
Because where is this on? Where did you find this? Is it just...
I've originally found it on Asian Identity, but...
So they posted a link to it, which gives it more attention.
It's getting more views.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a few hearts from me on all my all my other accounts. Not this one.
Well, this first reply is right. Like, yeah.
It's not even like it's a joke with racist intentions. It's just straight racism. This shit is regularly popping up more and more on Elon's Twitter, and the fact that it garners so much support every time is terrifying, man. It's also like, I don't know. I don't like it's not Elon Musk's fault that this guy tweeted this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a misdirected, like, in terms of blaming him. But I don't know. I think it's just about like changing the narrative for our people, as opposed to complaining about a fucking tweet.
Yeah.
So how do we change the narrative?
You start being a shift manager or manager.
Sure.
You start elevating yourself as opposed to just being underneath a 32-year-old Puerto Rican that you have to be with.
Well, and it's also, I think this, like, it's not a joke at all. It's just doing the Asian voice, which is har har.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the likes, I think, and this is what they're more shocked at, was how is this giving me this many likes?
That's what's...
And I think the likes is just a lot of people's reaction. I think because we're in this weird cultural zone of, like, politically PC, politically correct, you can't do that. So when they see somebody just do this, they're like, yeah, like, let's bring back the voice. And they're not even they're just liking to see the counter reaction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's where, like, being
it's
like...
culture war shit.
Yeah, and by being saying, like, what?
Oh, sorry.
What's wrong with your watch?
It was just some message.
But that's why I think, like, saying, like, fuck you, like, you can't say this, it's only going to create more people on the other side.
Yeah, it's adding fuel to the culture war.
That's what, like, this whole, like, Dave Chappelle thing was, so much of it was Dave Chappelle creating a narrative that he was getting canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Which there were some complaints, but he kept the narrative going for 5 specials now.
Yeah.
Because he kept on engaging it.
Because it made people go, well, people were trying to get rid of the best comedian. We need to back him.
Right.
And I think that happened, like...
But yeah, a lot of this is the Streisand effect.
What's that?
What was it? Barbara Streisand got mad at South Park for how they portrayed her in some episode. So she takes to the media, and then it made more people be like, what's she talking about? And go and watch it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So by getting mad and, like, reacting, it made more people even hear about it.
There's this one guy, I wonder if this guy, David Lucas. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's like a comedian in Austin.
Looks like he's uncancelable.
Yeah. His, I came across it because there was like some video that said that his special sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a video of him, I don't know where, but he was performing, and he was making jokes about George Floyd and how, like, he would have shot him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the black people, like, just start leaving. And he's just making fun of them for, like, not being able to take a joke. And, like, I read the comments, and they're like, wow, this guy, like, you can't stop him. He's so bold. And, like, they're going to find a way to celebrate awful shit anyways.
Yeah.
So
it's shock jock shit.
If I don't give them a side to choose, I feel like, isn't that better for our people to, like, not complain and just walk around with my head held high? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I brought this up, because I thought that, first of all, that you guys would be smarter and have an answer. But
I have an answer. Can I suggest what I would?
Go ahead.
Respond?
Yes. Yeah.
I think you respond with this type of thing with just a simple "Where's the joke?"
Oh.
And then they have to answer, and then they can't because there is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good response.
And then it's like, well, what do you mean? Where's the joke? The joke is, I can't say this.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, but where? There is no. So just get them to admit what they're doing.
Calling him out.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find. I had a joke that I put on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
And
people went after you?
No, they were. So it wasn't a joke. It was me doing crowd work.
You do love doing your crowd work.
And in the crowd work, I talk about how, like, it's this guy that was Korean, Chinese, and Taiwanese. And I was like, that's a bunch of people that hate each other.
Sure.
And then we talked, and then in the end, I also
South
explained that Japan, like, we all actually hate Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But then the comments are where it's so, they're just, like, all fighting over who hates what, and why people hate so and so. I got involved in a couple of them.
Oh, Wilfred, you never get involved.
It's fun.
You masochist.
Where did it? Oh, this guy said the Philippine show. So I said, like, just for the record, the Filipinos showed up for South Korea, which they did. Not in huge numbers, but there's they sent like 7,000 people. Yeah. There was one battle where 1,000 Filipinos held back 40,000 Chinese soldiers.
It's called the Korean War?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's called the Battle of Yultong. And this guy was like, the Filipinos showed up for South Korea because it's a vassal state of the U.S. imperialist empire. The U.S. has genocided Filipinos and Koreans, but both countries will bend over for the U.S. I'm like, why do you... my bit about how... Or this crowd work clip about how Asians hate each other. Like, this comment is just proving me more right. Because you're just being a hateful guy. And saying, like, oh, yeah, you're all, like, sluts for the U.S. And, like... But... bringing down Asians in the process.
Dude, this is wow, this is way deeper than I thought we were going to get.
Garri can't handle it.
Yeah.
Take it in, Garri. What do you think of that?
I'm taking it in.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think the Philippines showed up because of American imperialism?
Oh, okay, so this guy...
Well,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, they definitely, if the U.S. is going to say show up, they're going to send some people. So that's exactly what they did. But yeah, I think this is taking away from your clip. Like, it's like your clip was funny. I remember watching this. I didn't read any of the comments, but I feel like this is.
Can I read more?
So this is another one. So Filipinos really obsessed with Battle of Yultong or something, and believe their main characters in Korean War, Korean, Chinese, American, barely know Filipinos were in it. And then I said, send me some other interesting moments in the Korean War to look up.
Right.
And that wasn't even me trying to be antagonistic. And then he said the main characters in Korean War are Korean, Chinese. Oh, yeah. I said, if you have other interesting historical moments that occurred during the Korean War, let me know. The Battle of Yultong is an interesting and unique story, and that's why we talk about it.
Right.
And no response to that.
Oh, they left you hanging?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, so... Were they saying that the Filipinos should not show up for the Koreans?
Yeah, we'll let those 40,000 Chinese people just fuck up your country some more.
Yeah, should the Philippines have showed up for China? Stay out of it? Like, what was the desired outcome they wanted?
I think what he just wants, he thinks that Filipinos are patting themselves on the back too much.
Oh, saying that you did anything.
Yeah.
Which, like, why does it matter if somebody pats themselves on the back?
It's not even that. Like, I'm not taking any pride in this.
Yeah,
I think it's a
just
cool
having a neat,
fucking story that 1,000 Filipinos found a way to fight off 40,000 people.
40,000 Chinese, though.
Oh, so that's less?
You think you're better than Chinese?
No, are you thinking that Chinese are below?
Yeah. Well, how do you said people? They're Chinese.
Wait, they're not people. They're Chinese.
No, is this why you're patting yourself on the back? Because you can beat all these Chinese people?
Yeah. It's like beating babies. If 40,000 babies came up to me, I could probably kick the shit out of most of them.
40,000 babies?
Yeah.
No way. You'd get overwhelmed.
40,000 babies.
These are sentient babies.
Well, so it would have to be 40. Baby? It would have to be
like
40
they're like
to 1.
Smart, like adult thinking babies. They're not just baby brains.
No.
Babies would just roll around the floor. They wouldn't even think to attack you.
Yeah.
Babies don't attack.
But let's say that they do attack. These are attacking 18-month-old.
Okay, let's say that the
humans.
babies have been injected with some kind of hallucinogen and think that you're candy.
Sure.
Okay. So they're like full on enraged attacking babies.
Yes.
Yeah,
but there's no like extra.
They
don't have like creatine in them or anything.
No, they're just babies that they're looking to kill you because they think that you're a big chocolate bunny of some sort.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd go down after 200.
I would be tired. I would get tired.
Yeah,
I wouldn't crying and everything, dude. Wouldn't that be exhausting? I feel like you wouldn't necessarily lose, just be exhausted. There's 40,000 babies coming after you. And it's slow, like baby movement, and like where are you?
Yeah, but it's so easy.
No, they're moving fast.
All you gotta do is pick one up and then spike it down.
Yeah, you're gonna do that 200 times?
I could probably do that 200 times.
Then you're going down. You're going.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I would probably stand on like a couch.
No couches.
Stand
You're
on
in
a baby.
field.
I would stand on a couch.
Stand on a
No
baby.
couches.
No couches.
You're in a field.
Are there trees?
No trees.
This is
Open, empty, short grass. Giant putting green.
an endless putting green.
An endless putting green.
And
You're
Then
donezo.
I'd take the flag from the hole, and then I'd stab as many babies as I can.
Yeah.
But honestly, all you got to do is pick them up and then drop them.
You're going down after 200 babies.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. 200 babies. There's 38,000 more babies. Or I don't know what the math is on that, but
38,800.
yeah.
All right. Anyways,
39,000.
Let's move on.
39,800.
let's move on. Let's stop dealing with racism. It stinks.
I like that. I found that interesting.
Yeah, I did too. That's why I chose it. This one is a topic that got deleted, but I do recall reading it, and the topic was in the Asian identity thread, and it was titled "Why is it such a negative stigma to have a non-Asian partner?" So this was an Asian woman who is dating, who's married to a white man,
Darn right.
and the whole conversation, and this is a conversation that we've gone through before, but we see in the Asian masculinity thread, in the Asian identity thread, it's Asian men complaining about Asian women dating white guys.
Yeah.
And I find that to be a problem.
How so?
Because I think what's really happening is, so it's Asian men dating Asian, or complaining about Asian women and who they choose to fall in love with. And all of it is saying like, it's just like, it's like keeping up this imperialistic like idea, and these Asian women just get treated like objects by these white men. And what it does, in my mind, it takes away agency from these Asian women.
Yeah, it treats them like they're not white guys' objects. They're our objects.
It also treats them like they don't know what they're doing. These are dumb Asian women falling for these white men.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I actually was going to comment on this one as well.
But it got deleted?
Yeah, the whole thing got deleted.
Oh, you're getting ready for the battle.
Yeah, I'm ready for the battle, but I was like, Asian men have to stop taking this away from Asian women. Like,
Well,
they're also smart people.
Yeah. They can make their own decisions. They're full-grown women.
Yeah, some of them. I mean,
But there was
the
like,
worst ones are.
There was, and there still is issues in like your white daughter bringing. Remember that, like a white guy, like, oh, I want my daughter to bring home a black guy. That was a big thing in the white community.
Yeah.
And then white guys being like, no, you belong.
Yeah, you're ours.
Yeah, you belong with us.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's at that point, race takes precedence over gender, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you are a woman, you belong with this race. That is first and foremost.
Yeah. How do you feel about this, Garri? And say something that I didn't say.
Yeah, Garri. Say
'Cause
something poignant.
Say something poignant.
Say something at least new.
I don't think it's. Yeah, there is a negative. I've heard it from other Asian guys. Like,
Have you said it before?
No.
Bet you
I
have.
always felt like I had the agency, let alone like my sister. And like she had the agency to date whoever she wanted to, and she just ended up. She didn't end up. She chose who she chose. He's Spanish by heritage, but he's, I guess, past as white. And yeah, it does.
What a bitch.
No, Did you not call my sister?
What a backstabbing whore.
Oh, no.
And I mean,
Does that peeve you off, Garri?
yeah.
Are you angry about that?
Yeah, you pissed off?
So the Spanish, he's Spanish?
Yeah.
That's even worse.
No, it's not.
That's worse than white.
He's a
You
good
mad,
guy.
He's
He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah, he's a good
historically, yes, it did peeve me. I was like, wait, he's Spanish? For like when she started telling me about him, I was like, oh, I don't like this already.
Really?
Yeah.
Take me here.
But that was little brother shit.
Yeah,
you
but-
know, little brother with like a little bit of history, and
When
then I
was
met
this?
him. and he's a good guy. So this was, I don't know, they've been married for 10 years or something.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well,
So
Spain took over the Philippines for like 500, so she's got a while.
Yeah, so you
She's
were
got a
peeved
while.
I was peeved. Yeah.
in the beginning.
In
Why?
the beginning.
Was it because you thought Asians belong with Asians?
No.
Because she belonged to him.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
belonged
What
to
was
him.
it?
She
Yeah.
belonged to Garri.
Yeah. My sister was like, "Wait, what?" I was just peeved. Like, "Wait, you're getting married?" Like, it was a total like, "Well, I don't."
She
like
older
this
than
guy.
you?
Yeah, she's a year and a half older than I am.
Okay.
And
You were mad she was getting married?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
I don't know why. Yeah, it was a weird, very tribal or just like old school like thinking of like, wait, you can't marry somebody, and I was just like, wait, what am I?
She
saying
can't marry
right now?
anybody, or she can't marry a Spanish guy?
She can't marry anybody. And then like the fact that when I
You
found out
were
he was
trying to keep
Spanish-
your sister to yourself.
to the family, not to myself.
Well, wait, no, that's tribal.
I don't know what Gary's saying at all.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying, Gary.
There's just that says
Gary
like,
had
Is that
Gary.
a Filipino thing I don't understand?
I think
Women are allowed
Gary's
to
in
get
love
married?
with his sister. And he's like, "Don't you marry another man? Marry me, your brother."
Yeah, why? Yeah, I don't understand. Women
You ever
can't
watch
get
step
married?
porn?
No, I've not.
Wilfred,
Well,
stop
I'm
making
asking-
this gross.
I'm asking a completely non sequitur question.
I know. She's my actual. She's a blood related sister.
Let me get into the bottom of this of Gary's weird jealousy.
Yeah.
Stop making it sexual.
It was my older sister, and there's no guy out there who's good enough for my older sister. And so I didn't want her.
Oh, nobody would be good enough for
Yeah,
her.
and it was all like very like
That was
when
a
I
good-
heard about it.
It was a good way to catch that awful fall that he was in the middle.
I knew he'd get out of it. You kept trying to put words in his mouth.
And then you brought up step porn.
Yeah,
that
and he
was
started.
gross.
I was like, no.
That was a whole other topic.
Gary does not want us.
No one wants to talk about step porn.
He's just an overprotective brother and
yeah.
couldn't stand. How old was she when she got married?
She was in her 30s. Or
Jesus, Gary, you should have been fine by
I
now.
know. I should have. Yeah. Dude, I remember in my 20s, like she brought over some like some other dude, like she was dating in college, and my cousin and I were drinking, and she tried to come over and get like a drink for him. I was like, he's not getting anything, and I just like shoot her
wow.
away.
My lord.
Yeah,
Overprotective.
yeah. There's just those things that, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get it. Asian women aren't allowed to leave the family.
But it's fine. She's living her life. and-
She's got a little halfy.
yeah, two of them.
Oh God, I hate those kids.
Oh,
Their-
God. So many rules.
Their struggle isn't as tough as our struggle.
I think it's okay to have an interracial marriage
Yeah.
if you make a half kid.
That's where
That's totally fine too. But I'm also allowed to hate the kid. I'm allowed to be racist towards half Asians.
So many rules over here, and I think you're both wrong.
What?
Wait, if you have kids, is this in?
You think I'm gonna be a good father to those
No,
kids?
okay. Yeah, I was just putting it out there.
If me and Teresa have kids, they're gonna be cute little half Asians, and I'm gonna be mean.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
be mean as hell.
You just
Oh,
hate
yeah.
when half Asians complain about how hard it is.
Yeah. If they have any complaints, I'm hitting them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not allowed to complain.
They're not allowed to complain because their lives are gonna be great.
What if white people complain though? Can we complain?
Oh, absolutely. You guys have all these people invading your country. What an awful situation you have. Okay, here's another one. This one I didn't read into it all the way, but I remember. So it's called Asians and Kink. This is probably a pretty niche topic. In my experience, Asians, male and female. Oh, I picked this for you because you're a freak.
Excuse you.
You're a little freak.
Go on.
Asians, male and female, in the U.S. tend to be pretty traditional regarding relationships. Similarly true for many Latina girls I've met. I think white girls, on average, are probably the most open to exploring alternative things without getting too into the weeds or not safe for work. Just curious about your experiences. Thoughts? Are white ladies kinky little babies? Or
What?
or
I
do
mean,
you
I think
find
it
that
just-
to be true amongst all the races?
Who you asking, me or Gary?
I'm asking the room.
I think it's white women are probably kinkier and more apt to explore because of white feminism is like. That's
Yeah.
like, there's like a lot of there's that strong white
This
feminism.
new wave of feminism is like, oh yeah, I'm such a strong woman for taking it in the ass or something.
Yeah. That's like the new. Yeah, that's the.
for blowing 6 guys in a row.
Yeah, that's like they're taking their sexuality is something that they're in control of, and they're taking over with their like these are my body, I can do what I want, and that is more I think in the white zeitgeist, and then the Asian and Latina they usually come from much more conservative. I mean, all the Latinos are from more conservative countries.
Yeah.
They're all Catholic.
Yeah.
They're much more. They all have more conservative backgrounds.
On field, are you still active?
No, I haven't looked at it in like 2 weeks.
Jeez.
I'll say this much.
That's why we have you on the podcast.
For
so
your
you
field
can,
updates?
Yeah. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I've had more requests from white women to tie them up in bed
Yeah.
than non-white women.
And you tie these women up?
Yeah. They requested it. I'm like, oh, okay.
You, Gary. How many?
What, do you tie them to railroad tracks?
Yeah.
And I twist my
Unbelievable.
mustache. Like,
And then they say these white guys taking your Asian women. Meanwhile, you're taking our women and tying them up.
Yeah.
they're asking to be tied up. They're asking. I was like, wait,
Gary
what?
loves keeping a woman for himself.
I remember the first time I was like, I only have like this old T-shirt that I can tie you up in, and I was like, I guess I'm sacrificing this
You
T-shirt.
know, like shoelaces or
I'm
like
gonna unlace a shoe.
I agree, Gary. I
Unlace
agree.
a shoe. What is
I
it? Like,
agree.
You
just
know-
a moment. Let me unlace.
what about
the
like
shoe.
an iPhone cord or something?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Gary,
Well,
you're
no,
so.
they could break the cord.
Oh, you think that's?
Yeah. Moving around too much, sucker could pop out of the plug, snaps his cord.
Yeah.
Good idea with that old shirt, Gary.
Yeah. Sacrifice a shirt rather than an iPhone.
Yeah, I think I
okay,
appreciate
alright.
you using that shirt.
Look, I've never tied up a woman because I believe that women should be as free as I am, but to each their own. Okay.
Would you want to be tied up?
Well, one time I did, and I was like, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Wilfred.
Yeah.
Um,
Pretty cool. You know why it was cool? Is because I just got to lay there the whole time.
Oh yeah. that's
I
fantastic.
love not doing any exercising while I'm having sex.
I don't want to know what you like doing. What did you think of my answer, though? Pretty smart, huh?
Yeah.
I said the word zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Did you like
Yeah.
that?
I did.
Yeah,
Good
freaking
vocabulary.
blew your nut and blew your noodles away, huh? Fucking your brain.
Noodles. Why's
Yep.
it gotta be noodles? man? Jeez, Jeff.
Because brains are noodles.
Yeah.
God, you can't say nothing anymore.
Is it noodles or noodlers?
Uh,
Speaking
Gary,
of
that was Gary. You didn't even do it right.
yeah.
Don't make me have to show you.
This one was just a weird one.
what is this?
This is something Gary sent.
Yeah.
Oh, this has nothing to do with being Asian.
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
But it was just
hey,
weird.
I
It
like
was just,
that.
I was like, what?
You just found a weird story.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll make it Asian. I have a doctor friend who pulled a dead rotting frog out of an obese person's fat fold.
What the hell, Gary? Why did you send this in?
Because it's like, just read that. I was like, we need to talk about this.
Okay, what do you? All right, what do you want to talk? What do you want to say about it?
Yeah,
well,
Gary.
like, go into it. Like, if you read
This really obese patient came in to see my friend with an infection of some sort in one of his folds of obese fatty tissue. My doctor friend opened the folds to have a better look, and with forceps, he removed a decaying frog. When asked how the frog could have gotten in there, the patient explained that he and his wife, also very obese, are trying to conceive a child, and apparently the only way for them to have sex is to float in the frog pond together behind their house naked. Of course.
Gary, the hell's wrong with you?
They can only get into position in this manner, and then you enter the frog. The best guess is that the frog was eating the sweaty smegma. God, Gary.
Gary!
this is wild, man.
Okay, Gary, go ahead. I'm not. We get what happened. They had sex in a pond.
Yeah.
A frog got into a fold. Go ahead, Gary. Give us some thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, what do you think, Gary? You read your little story? What do you want us to do with it? Huh?
I just wanted to share it with you. Speaking of kinks, dude, I was just like, oh, this is
This is not there's no kinks in here.
This is how they can have sex.
This is
How
the
the
only
hell
way
they
they
can-
can
that's
do
kinky, isn't it?
No.
No, this is just the physiologically the only way for them to bang is to do it in a pool of water.
Yeah. It's
In fact, if anything, this is fat shaming, Gary.
no.
Yeah, Gary.
You just fat shamed. You fat shamed by making me read this whole story out loud.
Oh. You get to the bottom. There are 2 sumo wrestlers.
Yeah.
There we go.
Are there pictures?
No.
No, there's no pictures.
All right, let's go back to complaining about halvesies. Oh, Gary, this is another thing Gary sent me. A horny Reddit thread
What?
of half Asian women.
Asian halves.
You have your feelings towards half Asians, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I was like, oh, this is not interesting at all. This is just
Oh, it's just
hot.
pictures of hot women who are half Asian.
yeah,
Yeah.
presumably so.
So what are your thoughts on this, Gary?
I was like, oh wow, this is hot.
Jesus, Gary.
I looked, yeah, I was
He's
like, oh.
sending weird stories. Like, oh, damn, this is. You're just sending us your porn. You're just
Yeah.
with his wiener in his hand, sending things to our chat.
Honestly, step porn is way more tame than all this shit you just said.
Yeah, you pervert. Check out this weird story. Yeah, he's scrolling again, jerking off mid-search.
Literally, I'll just put in Asian in Reddit, and then like all these like things will come up. I'm like, what is this? This isn't related. And I was like, all right.
I mean, yes, those half Asian women were gorgeous.
They were gorgeous. Yes, I would love to have a piece of that. But yeah, sorry.
A piece?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Just-
Wilfred. You only get half of that piece. Half of that piece belongs with you.
yeah. I get to bang the other half. All right, let's
You're
get
half Asian, you belong with half a man.
let's get back into some Asian territory.
All right.
Some real Asian issues. This is one that says, "Why do I hate being American so much?"
Oh, no, you shouldn't.
I don't know why this is. I know I had a very different life growing up in the U.S., but for some reason I have this intense hatred for this country, the people, the society.
Oh, all right, Jesus. Someone's 22.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious that this is a young person. I think part of my hatred is basically unconsciously mixing and assimilating and then feeling totally lost as to who I should be, how I should live my life, finding friends, blocking me from my family that lives in Asia and making them see me differently. It feels like we're not family because I grew up in such a different society. Blah, 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 blah. Why do I feel this way? I don't know. I was
As an Asian American, let's hear it.
Do
Do you relate? Were you angry?
no,
Do you hate America?
no, but the only reason I'm reluctant to say anything is because it kind of just takes away an opinion from Gary. Because whatever I say, Gary
What?
just hops on.
No, he doesn't. Fine, Gary. What do you
Gary, go first.
think? Yeah, you're an American. Do you hate America?
Sometimes.
Gary, no, you
Yeah.
hate America.
Yeah, I read some article.
Here we
It was in
go.
an academic.
See, this is why you let Gary go first.
Yeah, you're all right. Let's hear it. Let's hear about this article you read.
There was like some academic.
There's a
publication.
fish in a fat
Because you know if I
filthy ass article you're reading.
That was fun. That was. But where I guess post World War II, the U.S. posted soldiers like in the classrooms of Filipino schools, and I was just like, wait, how can they, allow these kids to learn, or how can these kids learn if there's the threat of violence right outside their door? And I was like, oh, this.
Wait, what?
Post World War II,
Okay.
in the Philippines,
in the Philippines,
in the Philippines.
yes.
they had soldiers stationed at the schools.
Yeah, there's cops in schools today.
Yeah, but you can't live like that. You can't learn like that.
Kids,
Sure you
kids adjust.
Yeah.
But it's a horrible
Gary, you
It's
ever-
also they kids.
environment.
So you're looking at it. I don't completely disagree with you, but you are looking at it from the outside in, which means that like these kids are going to school and there's like some soldier there,
Yeah.
and that happens to them, and that's normal.
Yeah.
The things that happen to it's like being if Jeff were like, Gary, what's it like being growing up Filipino in Michigan?
Yeah.
You don't have an answer for that because you grew up that way, and it's just how your life is. There's no like strangeness to it at all. So when these kids go to school and there's a soldier there or there's a cop in the hallway, which was happening at the schools that I worked at, they're just normal about it.
Yeah, but it's not normal though, is it? Why is that like that shouldn't be the
It shouldn't be normal,
right?
but it is normal to these people,
Yeah.
to this community.
This was also like 100 years ago.
Not that long ago.
80, but I mean,
Well, about. But even then, like kids were learning before, like a soldier can be in a room and it's not gonna like. That's your gripe?
That's my gripe.
Soft gripe, Garri. I'm sorry, I'm calling you out on it. It's a soft gripe.
see, this is why you let Garri go first.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna give me a better gripe than that.
My only issue
Hates
with
America because a soldier was outside a math class.
yeah,
Good Lord.
But then think about it, like the whole like presence in America
Okay.
in the Philippines. It's not like I don't know. It's not a very positive one. Like I feel like has the country really advanced in the past like 30 years with the help of America? 30? I don't know why I said.
no, you
30.
got to go. Yeah, it's not 30. Last
Yeah,
100,
100, yeah.
120.
And it's
Yeah, but who would you blame? Are you blaming? So you're blaming America for the lack of forward
imperial
momentum, or are you blaming the countless presidents that you said robbed your country?
Yeah, but America did keep the only thing that where I'm going to give Garri some leniency is that America kept Ferdinand Marcos in place. So the Marcos regime was able to steal money for years and years and years.
Because
And
America let them.
Yes, and then it fucked over the Philippines going on because Marcos murdered or assassinated the guy that he was running against, and then his wife ended up running against him and then won the presidency. His wife was not fit to be president, but the Filipino people just wanted anyone else. So the one guy who could have led the Philippines into like the next level was just murdered on the tarmac of an airport.
In America, you're saying America let that happen.
They didn't,
in a sense.
in that they kept on funding this presidency.
Yeah.
All right, Garri, you win this round.
So to go back to the actual topic of conversation, though, about hating America, I do not. I don't hate America, but I do hate the way that the government is structured.
How so?
I don't think that anything is actually looking out for the American people's benefit.
Well, you hate America from an American point of view.
I guess I hate capitalism.
Capitalism?
I think that's where my issue is. It's not about America in terms of the social structure or whatever. I just hate that capitalism, or I hate that our government is a capitalist government.
Every government is.
No, there's more socialist governments.
Yeah, but even those socialist governments are social capitalists. You talking Europe and stuff? They're all social capitalists.
Yeah, but
And then if you don't go capitalism, you're going communism or a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Capitalism rules, dog. It's
I mean-
uplifted so many people out of poverty. Best option we got right now.
I don't know. I'm starting to really think that communism is pretty cool.
Get out of here. Communism is just...
Give me a fucking sickle.
No.
Give me a hammer.
It is fascism light.
Put my ass in the fields. I'll do that shit.
Yeah, that's what they're going to make you do. They're
Yeah, I
gonna,
know.
they're going to
Isn't there
squirt gun
more
your
like-
boat down.
Like a European country, like was it Finland? I think, where like you get like all your education paid for. You'd probably be more about that.
Oh, I would be about.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
they're also capitalists.
Yeah.
but I think that there are some things that are just should be afforded to all of the people. I was thinking about this earlier because so I watched this Candace Owens interview yesterday.
Oh, yeah, she's done. She's out, right? Didn't they fire her?
From
Ben
what?
Shapiro fired her.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro fired her.
Yeah.
She's
From
out,
what? I don't know. I didn't know anything about. She worked for Ben Shapiro.
apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She was like supporting like anti-Semitic beliefs, and so yeah, I think they canned her.
Oh, well, I watched her on The Breakfast Club, And one of the things that she brought up, and I know that this already is problematic because it came out of Candace Owens' mouth, but one thing that she brought up that was interesting was about how the NAACP needs racism to exist so that they can exist. So
okay, yeah.
I think about that in terms of we need cancer because doctors need jobs, like pharmacists need jobs. Like there's all of this stuff that is occurring that like we're not looking for whatever's going to help the people because we need an industry.
Right.
Oh.
So if you look at Europe where all of the healthcare is socialized, Europe will probably more likely find cures for this shit as opposed to finding remedies.
Right. I agree on the healthcare front. I do think healthcare should be socialized or whatever,
Uh-huh.
But to go against your argument that they will find cures before the United States, I think we have found way more cures because there's a bigger incentive to find cures because there's profit to be made.
But there isn't profit. There's less profit to be made if we've solved the problem.
Yeah, but they
I'm talking about like long-term profit.
I think if you you find a cure over here, you can sell that cure. Over there, you cannot.
But I don't think, even though they might find a cure, they won't necessarily. I think the money is in remedies,
Right,
to keep it going. I don't think necessarily like the U.S. healthcare system is about that. Like it's about here's a pill. Keep on taking this pill so we can charge you $20 for these pills and for X amount of time, and we'll get more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a style too of them. I mean, like, well, don't completely fix it. Like the argument of cars being well made versus made to crap out after 10 years because they get you to buy a new car.
Yeah.
Which is that argument of like, don't cure it. Just
It's
make
fast
a remedy.
fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna
You're
look up.
making H&M. What do you need?
Yeah.
I can look it up. What do you want?
I want to see which country has made the most cures, or has cured the most diseases. I bet America is up there because it's incentivized. But it's probably going to be hard to figure out. It's probably hard to tally all this. So, if you're watching this and you look it up, throw it in the comments. Which country has cured the most diseases?
Norway?
Norway is one of the top countries.
With most advanced medical technology.
All right.
And Norway, pretty socialized over there.
No, I know they're very socialized. They're also capitalist, though.
Yeah. So, I mean,
but this is all just why we hate America.
Let's go back to this because
it's not even about Asians anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't think that
Why do you hate America as an Asian person?
But I think that these answers that we're giving are more elevated than whatever the fuck we're finding in this thread.
Okay.
Because this thread is just like, yeah, everything's putting Asians down, and I'm just fucking. Granted, we're looking at Asians on Reddit, not Asians as a whole or Asian Americans as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And Asians on Reddit is a sub community of annoying people.
Yeah, they're Redditors.
Yeah.
They're also Redditors, which are a anonymous complainy bunch.
Yeah, and so these are just people that are trying to find a way to be a victim or whatever. So
all right, easy there, Shapiro.
I'm not Shapiro. I'm Candace Owens.
Yeah. Okay? No way. I'm Shapiro. You're Candace Owens. Garri, you're the desk.
Wait, isn't there an Asian? Isn't there a Filipino Candace Owens? I forgot her name. Like, oh man,
I don't know. Google
I've
it.
seen her before. Oh man.
Google. Throw in Filipino Candace Owens. Garri's seen her before.
I don't think that's gonna bring anything up.
It's just Garri in a wig. What the hell, Garri? No, nothing.
Yeah,
I'll come back with it. I'll find.
Yeah, find her. He just comes in with a picture of himself in a wig.
Where were we? So adopted Chinese American. I've always felt that way, even sometimes in my own extended adopted family, such as cousins. So I guess this person hates. That's one thing that we kind of have diverged from is the idea of like assimilation. They hate the fact that they live here because they're assimilating. But like, you're gonna assimilate to any place that you live.
Yeah, it's also kind of the deal of moving somewhere
Yeah.
is to assimilate.
Also, what is this? Blocking me from my family that lives in Asia. So there's something there too that like, I think they're they're having some family issue with wherever they're from.
I think it's more metaphorically.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that they're actually blocked, unless it's that they're in North Korea or China or something. Like, that would be the main, like, if their government of their home country isn't allowing them to communicate with them, then that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I believe that this is just meant to be a metaphorical whatever.
All right. Well, this person probably sounds like they're young and dumb.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Also, one thing that I feel like should be mentioned, and this is privilege of living in New York, is that you have communities here where there's so many Asian people that don't speak English in New York. There's so many Latinos that don't speak English in New York, and they can still exist and figure out how to live here. It's not going to be the highest level of existence. You know, they're not going to be the wealthiest people, but they've held on to their culture in New York because there's such a strong, like, community here. So in America, I feel like there's still answers to figuring out how to keep from losing all of the culture that you had.
Yeah. Yeah, like America. Yeah, there is the American assimilation, but there's also like America kind of also molds and morphs to new demographics coming in numbers and changing it. Some countries are like Germany and all of them are kind of freaking out about right now is assimilations.
They are? What? How so?
They have a big people from the Middle East are migrating, like Syria. They're all going to Europe. And the Europeans are like, oh yeah, let it, but they're like, oh, we're not used to taking in immigrants.
Yeah,
it's not what their thing. So they're just like, oh crap, how do we assimilate? Like their society's becoming fractured where they just stay in their little parts and they're just not even interacting with each other.
And that's its own other thing where like everyone. There's a lot of individuals in America, which is creating a lot of fractured parties and like. Us complaining about Redditors and Redditors complaining about America and probably if they ever came across this podcast, probably come complaining about this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but the benefit of like a unified society was, like if we're going to compare today to like the 1950s, the benefit of the 1950s and the unified society was only benefiting white America at that time.
Yeah, it was just white America.
But now we've got assimilation. And also, this is another thing that I have brought up before. Assimilation to, like, white culture isn't white culture anymore. The internet has made every culture the same thing.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, it's much more homogenized.
If anything, they're assimilating to black culture because white culture is taking from black culture.
Yeah, we're just a shadow of black culture.
Yeah. Anyways, man, this has been a...
Isn't that right, Garri?
I'm lost.
Yeah, I didn't think you were able to keep up. So
that's why Garri, no.
That's why I stayed over here.
Garri, are we losing you?
Sorry to be.
I'm lost.
You know what? Next week we'll do a stupider podcast.
Yeah.
Where we
No,
just talk
don't
about,
insult him like that.
we got to lower our IQ.
Yeah,
next week,
no,
Jeff.
Wilfred.
And we can keep it to half Asian porn, and frogs and fat people.
Dude.
That's the goal. Next week, dumb topics.
Don't leave Garri alone.
I'm including him for next week. Next week we're going to talk about
He's gonna hit you.
carnival freaks
Yes.
and banging our sisters. All right, and that'll keep you in the loop.
Oh my God! Did you smoke weed before, Garri?
A little this morning.
He's high as a kite.
God, you gotta stop doing drugs and getting out of your mind.
Yeah, you're floating on a cloud right now, Garri Bear.
All right, well, that's been a whole hour. Thanks for listening. I keep on forgetting in the beginning to mention that we need comments. We need reviews on Apple and Spotify. I just want people to interact with us more, and also we need to figure out how to get more listeners.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, follow the Wilfred Padua YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, review, even if it's negative. I'm fine with that. If you give a negative review, just give us 5 stars. How about that? Follow me on Wilfred Padua and everything.
I'm at New York Jeffrey.
Garcom.